Greetings, this is Bevin, an intuitive business mentor for empaths and lightworkers and mystics, bringing you my series, 17 Concepts for Launching Your Spiritual, Holistic, or Creative Business. And today I'm going to just share one short tip for all of you budding entrepreneurs out there. So let's dive right in. You know, a lot of people ask me, how will I know if my idea will sell? And certainly as intuitive, creative people, we have lots and lots of ideas. And having ideas is great. However, whether someone will pay you for them is another thing altogether. I remember early on in my business, I read this quote which says, if you want to have a business, you need to bring in more revenue than you do have expenses. You need to actually make a profit. Otherwise, what you have is an expensive hobby. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having an expensive hobby. I love hobbies, but just being clear about what it is that you want to create. If you are wanting to create something which allows you to bring out your gifts and to serve in a very meaningful way and also be nourished financially, then we need to take those ideas that you have and bring them into something tangible, right? So let me give you some examples. Here's my tip. As a blogger, for the past 5 years, I've written more than 700 published posts. It just kind of blew me away to go back and look at that. I just love to write. When I get into this mode, often I'll wake up in the morning and some kind of message wants to flow through me, and I just get up and I begin writing. And this is how a lot of my posts come out into the world. And one of those posts has been read 40,000 times. But many of my 700 posts have only been read by a few people, and some have 0 views, right? So I put a lot of ideas into the world, and some of them stick, and some of them are interesting to people, and some are not. And some of them aren't interesting to people right away, but they come on later, and people kind of catch on, or I can take what I've written and put it back out there, and now somehow it has some traction. In addition to those 700 posts that are actually published, I have 400 drafts. Some of them are just a title, some of them are snippets, some of them are almost completely written. And I actually keep a physical and electronic folder to capture every idea. So here you see, this is my ideas folder, and it sits right next to my desk. I mean, it has so much. Look at all this writing, post-it notes, you know, and I go back and I take a look at it every few months and I go, is there anything that has legs and energy right now? My perceptive friends, you know, always welcome your creative flow. And, you know, inspiration can come through dreams or while you're sitting in meditation, walking in nature, using divination tools, or having like deep dive dialogues with your colleagues or friends. You know, inspiration is everywhere. However, in order to create a financially sustainable business, in the end, you will choose just a few really aligned ideas, and you can develop them into products or services or programs or retreats or courses or online festivals or whatever you feel really passionate about, a musical album. You know, the possibilities are endless. And while it's true that you are an infinite spiritual being, your human persona has limitations. We only have so many hours in the day. We have to sleep, we need to eat, we need to do laundry, all those really fun and cool things, right? So how do you identify which ideas have life? The most important thing that I teach in my group program, the Wisdom Circle for Novice Entrepreneurs, is to do market research. And that can be really intimidating to a lot of people. They're like, it sounds really scientific and it sounds really intense. And it's actually not. It's just going out and posting a question, you know, and asking people what they need. It's kind of going out onto social media and tapping into groups who might have people who are similar clients to you, and watching the thread of conversations and seeing where those patterns are. Intuitive people are great at noticing patterns. So we actually take to market research very, very well. So there's the idea you have, and then there's what is it that your potential clients or your target market wants, and how do you marry those two together? You know, every single business, especially spiritual and holistic businesses, have to focus on providing deep value. If we don't provide value for people we serve, well, first of all, we're not making a difference for them. And second of all, you're not going to make a living. And so one of the things I mentioned that I like to tap into is oracle cards, right? These are the sacred rebels. They're fantastic for spiritual entrepreneurs. And I wanted to take a look at what was on the bottom of the deck. So let's pull this card because it really relates to what we're discussing here today, which is how can you find the ideas that have life? So what you see here is a card called Collaborative Dreaming. And it really matches the Hermetic principle of as above, so below. You have some things that are reflected from the earthly plane, some that are tapping into the spiritual plane. There's diversity here, even though there's a repetitive sort of fractal pattern. And basically, you are not developing your business solo. It's not just coming from you. As a matter of fact, before I get on and I do coaching, I do teaching, I make these videos, I actually sit and I tap in and I ask to be cleared and to be held as an open vessel for whatever wants to speak today. And so this is the process that you can use to determine if these ideas are really going to hold value. You want to tap in and receive all that download. You see this person here? This person here is just really receiving into that third eye. But then you want to go out into the world and test it. You want to see, like, are there people who really need this? Is this really providing an experience for them? Is it helping people to overcome an obstacle? Is it helping to take them on a journey? Does it help them achieve something that they want to achieve? Then you have to test it in the earthly plane. So this is really important to realize that you are not developing your business as a solo entity. You are a part of the larger, greater web of consciousness and ecosystem that's out there. The Wisdom Circle for Novice Entrepreneurs combines the earthly realm, that deeply grounded space of how to go out and do things like market research, with the spiritual realm, which is how to tune in and tap in and receive all of those beautiful downloads and to expand your personal, professional, and spiritual growth. And you need both of those things to thrive and serve, because our world is changing, my friends. And the passion, creativity, and spiritual connection that you have inside of you is needed now more than ever. So I cordially invite you to schedule a 30-minute Zoom chat with me. We can talk about your conscious business ideas and with zero pressure, explore whether the Wisdom Circle might be the right support system for you. And I've included the link to my online calendar with this video. So please understand that you are not alone. Your vision, what you uniquely are meant to bring out into the world, is being supported and nurtured, both on the earthly plane and in the spiritual realms. And all you have to do is reach in and connect in with that, and then go out and test those ideas in our physical reality. I look forward to chatting with you and to sharing more of these tips in my series. Namaste, my friends.